The following program is not intended for all audiences. Some of the content in this feature may be sensitive to some viewers.
You are now watching another episode of Holy Dung Cakes. Hello everybody. You are watching Holy Dung Cakes. And I am your host, Brother Uncle. And today's episode will be short and sweet. Just like a strawberry shortcake with chocolate drizzle. So, the title of today's episode is Fictophiles. And you may be wondering, what is a fictophile? Well, in short, it's the mentality of religious people. But, what is the actual meaning of fictophile? And who are the people that make up the fictophilic community? Well, let's see. Religious people who suffer from a condition called fictophilic supernormal stimuli. Next to real people, fictional characters are able to constantly succeed, do various eccentric things, and yet maintain an attractive appearance. In other words, their imaginary friend is the bomb. And also is unstoppable, and can never do any wrong. This particular mentality stems from a combination of feelings of neglect, fear, depression, low self-esteem, and the belief of a supreme being. If you were to put it all into a pot, and stir it all up, what you'll get is a fictophile. Have you ever wondered why the church always focuses on the negative attributes of their church members, shortly before switching their focus to their wallets and purses? They focus on such, because it's easier to convince someone who is suffering from poor conditions, that they are nothing without the power, or the comfort of an imaginary being. A whole lot easier than it is to convert a person, who consistently has a positive outlook on life, and are fully aware of their potential to motivate themselves, as well as others. Basically, fictophilic people get their power from an outside source. Without having a relationship with their imaginary friend, they are convinced that they are nothing, and unable to make it on their own. Meanwhile, those of us who are in touch with reality, understand that our power comes from within ourselves, and we are enlightened through the studies of positive thinking and accountability. One of the main causes of a fictophilic disorder comes from not knowing what happens after death. Churches feed on this fact, and they use the fear of death to control the minds of those who are afraid to ask questions. In fact, they actually tell people to not question their religious leaders, which is the exact definition of retarded, meaning incapable of growing. And as we all should know, that knowing is growing. The more you read, the more you know. The more you know, the more you grow. Asking questions, and having the want to improve yourself and your circumstances, should be everybody's first priority. And, speaking of first, my elevator is almost to the first floor. So, as I stated earlier, this episode will be a short one, based on the fact that my elevator time is limited. So unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. And as always, thanks for watching Holy Dung Cakes. I am your host, Brother Nephew. Always remember, never be afraid to ask questions. Be afraid of how you perceive the answers. I'll see you on the next episode. Adios. You were just watching Fictophiles, another episode brought to you by Holy Dung Cakes. Thanks for watching, listening, and sharing. Holy Dung Cakes.